The opinions of this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
They're heading for the canyon. They're going back to the Citadel.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Damn you, Salazar!
With your hosts, Fabian Salazar. That was such a cool transition. And Cole Butterfield.
Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. Why does that sound familiar?
Where we talk about movies.
Most of the time.
Playing Fellacio's Concerto.
That's it. It sounds like fucking trash. So come along for a ride and have fun.
I was just letting you clear your throat.
No, yeah.
Hold on, see if I can get a... I want to get a little old school with this. Hang it down a little bit. Here we go. Just like Bing Crosby used to do. I don't know that for sure.
Oh, yeah, the microphone. Listen on you.
Because I'm dreaming of a black Christmas.
Oh, God.
Just like the ones I knew in the hood.
All right. So, welcome to the second part of our double feature Christmas Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
We are watching Black Christmas.
Yes, keeping in theme with the non-fluffy, glittery, tinsely bullshit that is every other goddamn fucking Christmas movie.
True. And also keeping in theme with, hey, this is just like, welcome to my head.
Yep.
Hey, a dumb, fun 80s movie that's nice and good for the family, plus a slasher movie.
Plus a slasher movie.
And they're both Christmas themed.
And they're both Christmas themed.
That's what we're going for. Okay, so Black Christmas. It was made 1964-14.
That's to say, I had no idea what the fuck you were talking about there for a second.
It was directed by Bob Clark, written by Roy Moore, stars Olivia Hussey, Keir Duella, and Margot Kidder.
Sorry.
Hussey, yeah, I know.
I know. And I read it a few times, and like I'm aware of Olivia Hussey. It's just that goddamn day.
But
well, because
also,
if you're thinking of like they're coming across the pond from Ellis Island, and it's usually like, what does your family do? Like mine were shepherds. So
mine was a Hussey.
Butterfield. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, dude, man, we've thrown that coochie around left and right.
We're serving it up. And Margot Kidder.
I know.
Yeah.
And that. Oh, we're recording this now. So what do we do for a comic book connection?
I think it's still just going to be a soundbite. But
Yep, so it's going to be a soundbite.
And John Saxon. Yay!
Yay!
I love
the
John
Saxons!
God, I love John Saxon. He's a horror movie icon. Absolutely amazing. This movie, to tie into Scrooge, was also filmed in Ontario.
Oh!
Yeah. It was made for $620,000.
Sounds about right for the time.
And I have no idea what it made back.
Jesus fucking Christ, people.
This one is a cult.
Well, it's a cult classic, so it probably didn't really make that much.
No.
Like,
And yeah, this is so arguably, this is one of the very first slasher movies. This is the first holiday themed slasher movie.
well, yeah, from what I was reading, this is the first like date themed slasher movie. Like this sets the template for future slasher
Yeah,
movies.
it sets the template for Halloween.
Yeah.
But it was preceded by what was it? Bay of Blood, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. But it was preceded by Psycho, Peeping Tom, and yeah, it might have been Bay of Blood. I'm not 100% on that. Throw it in the comments if you know. Ow,
That's a shot.
That's a shot. Anyway, so my little piece of trivia before we watch this movie, NBC was gonna air this movie in January, after it released and everything, but something else happened in January in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah,
But nothing happens there. It's not like
not much.
I mean, it's not like a TV series that's centered around a serial killer.
Yeah.
Or anything.
What was it? Florida State?
Go Gators?
I think it was Florida State. Yeah, I think it was Florida State. Couple girls got murdered, and 3 other girls witnessed it.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Ted Bundy murdered a couple sorority girls in Florida.
Woo! U of U alumni. Let's go.
Fuck you saying, "Oh, shut up."
He got his lot. He was here. He got his lot.
I know, and it sucks that I went to the same school.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
He was sexy as hell with Zac Efron portraying
It doesn't
him,
because the school it doesn't reflect on the school at all.
even though they do encourage that. It's a weird class.
This is a hard argument for me coming, like me trying to go work for him and get my master's degree. Just use that soundbite. So yeah, so NBC got a litany of letters, plethora, litany,
Litany,
literally,
figuratively, metaphorically,
paradoxically,
communicatively.
astronomy, astrology, monotony, monogamy, foreplay. They got a plethora of letters telling them not to air it because of the killings. Because this movie, in a nutshell, is a couple sorority girls are stalked by a killer on Christmas Eve and everything. So you can see where that.
I mean, that makes sense with a lot of like national tragedies and shit going on. Like, there's an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that involves a school shooter that was going to air like days after Columbine.
Ouch.
So they did not air that like for a year. For a year.
I would argue they probably shouldn't have aired it at all.
It was a.
They should have given it a couple of years.
Yeah, but even then, like I've seen the episode since then. It's fine. It's. I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's like.
They should have aired it now when it's just like a normal thing that happens.
I mean, mostly just to promote, the Dexter prequel starring Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh,
Shout out to my girl, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
There's a Dexter prequel?
Yeah, they're doing pretty much when he first started off. Christian Slater plays Henry Morgan. It's narrated by Michael C. Hall.
I'd like to see Christian Slater morph into James Remar. That would be an interesting Animorph poster.
Yeah, no.
Somebody make that and post it in the comments.
But yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch it. I haven't seen the sequel series.
I refuse to watch New Blood, but that's mostly just because I have such a sour taste in my mouth from the last season of Dexter. Like,
I did for a while, and then I rewatched it, and I was kind of like, it's fine. I mean, it's really hard to end a series unless you have the entire thing mapped out. Like start to finish, but when you start it and you're like, oh, this is super popular, and then you're like, oh, I have to end this. I don't know how to end this.
I feel like they're just going to end it with John Lithgow, Trinity Killer.
I think they should have ended it there too, because it completes the full circle with him and his son.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a strong point to end on too.
But
it was too popular. They were making too much money, so they had to keep going.
Yeah.
It's just like Supernatural. There was 5 seasons and they ended up making 15.
Jesus. But we're not watching any of that.
You either die Breaking Bad or you live long enough to see yourself become Game of Thrones.
I'm pretty sure that's why George AMFR Martin is not
ASMR.
George ASMR Martin is not going to it seems like he's not finishing the stories.
And then the brother and sister had sex.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to end it because there's no way to possibly end this. There's too much fucking hype. And Game of Thrones, the TV series already came out, and they ended it, and people got up in arms. So, there's no way you can just end the book. Just, leave it where it's at and let people just have their own little headcanon and their own little fanfic on how it ends.
Yeah, leave it up to audience interpretation.
Yeah.
That's how movies used to be.
Yeah,
ending should be ambiguous. Well, it doesn't have to be, but it should be. You walk away from something like that, leave it up to them, their imaginations. Art is subjective,
and also inspires. It's the same with why Harry Potter still continues even outside of J.K. Rowling is just because it's.
I mean, everything they make without her is just glorified fan fiction. Really.
Exactly, and it's fantastic. Beasts and Where to Find.
Nice.
Yeah.
So coming back to Black Christmas, expectations. Yes. So it is an older movie, so I'm expecting it to be a little bit of a slow burn. That's not a negative in any way. Just got to prep my mind for it. Should be fun. I've seen bits from this movie. It looks very, very very, very suspenseful. I like that a lot. And being me, a horror hound, I like I'm all in.
Well,
So,
yeah, actually, the director himself said this wasn't a slasher flick. He thinks more of it as a psychological horror.
yeah, I read that too.
I do have a fun connection to a previous episode, though.
Okay.
Okay, so Olivia Hussey auditioned for the role in Roxanne with Steve Martin, and she had a meeting with him, and they started talking. He said she was in one of his favorite movies, and she was originally in Romeo and Juliet, which I did watch in ninth grade.
Oh, the '60s one. Yeah, I watched that.
Where,
I watched
where
that in
you
ninth
get to
grade
see
too.
a naked 15-year-old.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Who is Olivia Hussey. But she thought he was talking about that because everyone really knows her from that, because apparently everyone just shows that in ninth grade. It's like how every graduation now has to play
Yeah.
Good Riddance.
Yeah, we watched it in ninth grade.
Yeah,
I,
just
I
certain
remember the
things,
same thing.
yeah, certain things you have to do.
And like, I remember my professor, or not professor, my ninth grade teacher,
My
English
ninth grade
teacher,
professor.
telling the class, being like, look, this is this is before the rating board and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't think anything of it. So I was like,
Yeah, because you're
at the
close to
time-
that fucking age, too.
at
so
the time, I
what
was
the fuck would
like,
you think?
yeah, 14, 15, whatever. It was like, yay, boobies in school.
Yay!
But now, like, looking back on it, I would be like, yeah, this is before the ratings board. But also, it'd give the pretext is like, she's 14, 15. Like,
15.
that's,
But that was not Steve Martin's favorite movie. His favorite movie was Black Christmas, which
Good.
Exactly. He loves this movie a lot. And also apparently Elvis Presley loved this movie a lot too.
shit.
Which ties into the movie we just watched, where somebody on the present list for Frank Cross and Scrooge is Colonel Tom Parker, who was the man in charge of Elvis Presley and a complete and total prick,
Yes.
but also sounded nothing like Tom Hanks in the movie.
So another fun tie-in to what was it, old Hollywood and influencing and everything. So there's an old Italian anthology movie. It's really, really good. It has Boris Karloff in it.
Oh, hell yeah.
A lot of crazy, shocking scenery. Just amazing 1960s anthology. I watched it once, and did I watch it with subs? Yeah, I watched it with subs. Just an amazing movie all around, and it was so crazy and so so inspiring. Just like as a horror movie filmmaker, like I love the writing. I love all this. Name is Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. Why does that sound familiar?
It was a very, very niche band that
Oh,
came
that
out.
indie band, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, that came out. They only had a few albums. Never did anything really big, I think.
Yeah, no, like it's one of those things. Like if you really like music, like
Yeah.
you kind of just know who
But
they are.
yeah, their main guy, I guess I would say, their front person. He's a man. Their front man, if you will. Guy's name is John Michael Osborne.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah.
Wait, is it just John or is it Jonathan?
It could be John. I think it's John Michael.
Like Jean Michael?
No, John, like John, John, John.
Well,
John Michael.
that's just a boring name. I feel like you'd have to like change that part at least. Osborne is interesting, mostly just because comic book fan.
Maybe like Ozymandias,
Wizard of Oz.
Osley,
Oshkosh Bagosh.
yeah, somebody should work on that. But yeah, this Osborne guy, took the name Black Sabbath, and he thought the movie is one of his favorite movies of all time, so he named his band after it.
Well, fuck.
Yeah,
Isn't that a fun fact?
yeah,
Because it's
So-
fun,
and it's a fact. So I'd say check it out. Check out Black Sabbath and check out Black Christmas. We are definitely going to. So I think that's going to complete our preamble, because we're going on. Holy crap, we've been doing movie shit since 11 this morning, and it is currently 7.
Oh my! Wait,
No, it's not even 6 yet.
okay. Thank God.
So it's only been a little bit. All right.
It's only been like almost 8 hours.
Almost. Okay. We're going to get into the script reading. So I don't want to ruin Black Christmas because neither of us have seen it. So we're going to be doing a script reading from The Devil's Rejects because I'm super hot for Rob Zombie right now. So I'll be playing Otis, and you can play whatever other characters are in the script because I haven't actually read it.
Alrighty then. So you're playing Otis. I am every other character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna play this pretty close to the actual character. I know you haven't seen this movie.
Pretty close to the vest.
Yeah. Let's see. Interior Otis's car. Otis drives while holding a gun on Roy. Glenn Campbell's Southern Nights spills out from the car's radio. Man, I love that Porter Wagner show. What do you think about Dolly? Come on. You gotta love him. Fucking tits, man. Hey, Haas.
What?
You like this song? I repeat, do you like this song?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
Really? So you like that top 40 shit? I thought you were some true blue balls Ernest Tubb country fucker. Shit. You ain't nothing but some city... Okay, I'm not saying that. Jeez. In a cowboy hat.
Rhinestone cowboy.
Well, you'll be happy to know your wife will be feeling the love of a real cowboy tonight. I'm cooking up some good time plans. What do you think of that?
I think you're scum.
Scum. You know, boss, believe it or not, but I like you. I mean, if I didn't, you'd be dead by now. You know that, right?
I don't know.
Trust me. Yeah. You'd be dead. Don't worry, after I dump my car and grab these guns, I'll let you go. I'd hate to deprive the world of Banjo and Sullivan. In fact, why don't you sing something?
I am a man of constant sorrow.
All right. Get out.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. Adam pulls up to the right of Otis's car and steps out trying to conceal the bat. Okay, ladies, this is the end of the road.
What? You can't kill us. We did everything you said.
First off, I never said anything. And second off, I can do what I want. Consider me motherfucking Willy fucking Wonka. You are in my chocolate factory now.
Pause.
You got it, my factory. You ain't nothing but a little piece of Oompa Loompa shit. I make the fucking chocolate, Charlie.
No. Also, no. That's not how Willy Wonka works that at all.
I don't know.
He lets them decide their own fates.
They fight and blah, 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 blah. Otis picks up the bat.
Stop. Please stop.
Stop? Bitch, I am only getting started. You brought this down upon yourself, boy. I was going to make it easy, but you had to come all running big shot, walking tall with your Louisville Slugger like a fucking hero. But look at you now, hero. Boy, you're going to bleed to death, fucker.
Fuck you.
You know, that's what they all say. Fuck you. Like that's going to save you. It don't scare me none, and it don't suddenly make me some badass hero, motherfucker. Oh, don't make use of that. Hang on, let me start that again. You know, that's what they all say. Fuck you. Like that's going to save you. It don't scare me none, and it don't suddenly make you some badass hero, motherfucker, either. I'll show you what happens to heroes, boy. Otis pokes him in the ribs with the bat. A hot fire burns through Adam's insides. He keels over. You want to see badass? I'll show you fucking badass. See, with see this all-American piece of wood here? I got everything.
Please don't.
Look at me. Haas, I want you to pray. I want you to summon your God to come and save you. I want lightning to come down and crash upon my fucking head. Louder! Pray to stop the man who is going to kill you and then go fuck your wife with this bat. Come on. I don't feel anything. You stay put. It's so angry. Oh, my God. I feel it. The Holy Spirit is taking control of my body. I repent. Praise God, I repent. I feel the sweet love of God's Almighty. Otis wavers like a man possessed from the Holy Ghost, then stops and laughs. And he looks down at Roy. You see, Haas? Nothing. I am the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work. That was it.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to, for some reason, I just really wanted to scream as Otis.
Well, I get it. No, stop it. Please
She
stop.
reading the transcript. She said, no, stop it. You're crazy. What are you doing?
Please
Shut up,
stop.
Bill Burr. Cool. So we're going to go watch Black Christmas. We'll let you know what we think.
Agnes, it's me, Billy. Agnes, don't you tell what we did, Agnes.
Nice.
I don't know how to feel.
I loved it.
I don't know, it was a dope movie, but that ending, it's not even an ending.
No. Dude, okay, I'll run down the list. I do have a couple notes.
Yeah.
But I'll run down the list, but that is, I mean, that's a staple of slashers. You end it, but you don't end it. Jason's dead. He's not dead. Freddy's dead. He's not dead. Black Christmas Killer, who doesn't even have a fucking name. You don't even see his face.
Oh no, which is dope. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
This movie is awesome. It's just she goes into shock after, I'm guessing, she sees the guy kill Peter.
Yeah, kill Peter.
Thank God, I was praying for that the entire fucking movie.
Yeah, that dude sucked.
But
We'll get into that in a minute.
But then so it ends with the phone ringing, which the call is coming from inside the house.
We'll get into that in a minute also.
So does Jess die, or
I don't know. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier in the first half of the Christmas double feature. Endings should be ambiguous. It should leave you with more questions than you have answers for.
I mean,
and this one 100% did.
Yeah.
They never checked the fucking attic.
Okay, first of all, everybody. Okay. You know, let's get into it. Everybody in this fucking movie is incompetent.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Dude, the sergeant was just. He did not give a fuck about anything.
No, he didn't give a fuck about anything. Also, Jess, pretty much everyone who lives in this sorority house has not bothered looking at what's in the attic based on the level of dust in there, and she doesn't.
I would be surprised if any of them even knew they had an attic.
And also,
even though there's a fucking ladder that goes up to the attic.
She was aware of the basement, kind of, but then she's still walking around like she's got no idea what the placement is of.
And obviously, they've been at least one semester in the sorority house because they're at Christmas break. Right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I'm just okay. Yeah, no, sorry. Okay, I'm just kind of just blown away because it was amazing, but now I'm kind of frustrated.
It was so in the preamble we talked about it being an older movie, so it might be a slow burn, but no, this had something going on the entire length of the movie. There was no real down oh my God, he's just walking to kill time. No, every scene had something happening.
Yeah, which was fucking dope.
Even the scenes where nothing was happening, it was 100% tension building. So you weren't sitting there she's just sitting there doing nothing. It's like the score was really good, keeping us in that. But they're waiting for the phone to ring, but it's it keeps cutting between her and the police. They're waiting, and the tension is ramping up too. Yeah, in the scenes where there's downtime, there's still something happening. I really love that about this.
Oh, the score in this is awesome. As I was reading how the score was recorded, is he's playing piano, but he taped combs and forks and utensils to the actual
Yeah,
strings
to
while
get that
playing it.
brrrr. Yeah.
Which was fantastic.
Really good.
Really well done. And some awesome shots.
Yeah.
Like,
Very, very well done cinematography.
holy shit. And
All
also,
around, like that one shot of just his eye, and it looks all weird and
it's all
demented.
like red and demented. He's all
Yeah.
doing the weird, like, God, whispering.
Yeah.
Billy.
No, it's so good. Yeah, there it is. His eye. Well, that's the shot from when he kills the caretaker. But
Yeah, when he's white knuckling the goddamn hook.
yeah, he's fucking ready to toss
First
that
of all,
shit.
what the fuck is that hook doing in the goddamn attic?
I have no idea, and I do
and
not
it's
care.
on the strongest pulley system imagined because it's able to lift a
yeah.
whole woman.
Yeah, I don't even care why it's up there. It was fucking sick.
It was sick as hell, but it's just like, my God, did this attic once double as a meat locker? And they had like pull
That's what-
everything
yeah, it
up
seems like.
via hook. Just
Maybe that's how they got
just
like
dragging.
Yeah, that's how they pull all the big boxes and shit into the attic.
The coolest, funnest house mother ever. Who's
Yeah,
got booze hidden
she's just fucking
everywhere,
drunk the
just
entire
drunk
time.
the entire time, bitching about these fucking sorority girls. She,
Awesome.
I think she was my favorite character.
No, she
And,
rocks.
and it sucked. I mean, I knew she was gonna get killed off early because there's like, it's been 1 week since you looked at me. What 40, 50 years, 50 plus years since the 60-10s?
60-10.
Yeah, 50 years. Cause,
exactly 50
yeah.
because it came out December something 1964 10. So yeah, this movie's almost exactly 50 years old.
My God. Hell yeah.
That's so good. This was very timely.
Yeah. Well, also a lot of it's fucking timely. I mean, especially with like, because we saw earlier about it having like a feminist, not agenda, but just like having a feminist message behind all of it. Like, fucking Jess is a strong baller of a goddamn woman.
Yeah, especially in a time when female characters weren't written that
Yeah,
way.
no. Like, we're talking about the 60-10s where like there's certain things that are still kind of expected holdovers from like the 50s and kind of even doubled back down on the 70s after, 60-10s, after what happened in the original 60s when it comes to the whole free love and expansion, like in. So it's really interesting that like I was not expecting an abortion.
Yeah, the missing
subplot.
girl, like the whole time her dad was like, I don't want her to be, living her college life, expanding her mind and doing all the things and blah blah blah, and especially when it comes to Jess and Peter and him being like, well, we're gonna get married and blah. And she's
I'm
like,
gonna drop
"No."
out of the conservatory. We're gonna get married. She's like, I don't want to.
It's like, I don't want to marry you, dude.
Dude, she
I don't
said-
want this baby.
She said, I know when you said I love you.
Yeah, I don't want to marry you.
Yeah.
I don't want this baby. Like,
You call her a selfish bitch, but all you're doing is thinking about yourself. And it's amazing that was
Yeah.
portrayed in such an old film. Like that is
Yeah.
so fucking cool. Just
it's still got a little bit of that, like, well, I'm the man, my word go, and she's like,
yeah.
no,
She's like,
like,
no,
fuck off.
no, my body, my choice, man. Fuck
No,
yeah,
it
dude.
rocks.
Fucking rocks.
Okay, so let's see. There's a lot, like, just watching it. There's so many tropes from this movie that have been picked over and utilized. One was like he's right there, like the very first shot you see the killer, like he's behind the with that plastic you
Plastic,
put,
yeah, like a dry cleaning bag.
yeah, the dry cleaning bag.
Yeah.
And he's there the entire time, but you don't notice him until the camera zooms in and focuses on him.
and let you know that he's there
Yeah,
because just
it's
like her,
so
you're
good.
oblivious that he's fucking there.
Yeah,
It's
so
so
good.
cool how they keep him hidden the entire time. Originally, I think it was the writer wanted him to be shown, but the director made the choice like, no, like he's not going to be seen throughout the entire thing. And then like once the writer saw the final cut, he's like, oh yeah, no, dude, you're totally fucking
Yeah.
right. Which is right up my alley because longtime listeners know I hate seeing the fucking killer or the entity or whatever. I like the suspense.
As long as they're not overused, I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. But yeah, I agree. And then let's see.
Yeah, I just like the
Jaws came out the year after, but that was accidental that they weren't able to use the shark.
yeah.
This was an intentional.
Yeah.
What you don't see is scarier, and
Yeah.
I think it works so well.
There's a motherfucker who's just like not like this is a cult classic and you don't get to see his fucking face.
Yeah.
So fucking goddamn good.
Let's see. What else do I have in my notes? Transition. Oh, that one fun transition when the housekeeper gets killed, and you expect it to be her screaming, but then it zooms out and it's just a dude in the doorway. Like,
Yeah.
that was such a cool transition.
Oh, wait, even like the amount of shadow work they've got going out through the entire thing. So fucking cool. Also, I was not expecting a When a Stranger Calls angle because I wrote down with my left hand. I tried taking notes with my left hand. I've really got to work on being ambidextrous because it looks like how I used to write when I was a kid.
So I clocked that as soon as they said they were putting a wiretap on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Okay, so they're going with the When a Stranger Calls. So then I looked up When a Stranger Calls came out, 1979.
Ooh.
So this movie did it first.
Hell yeah.
And to tie that in even more in, When a Stranger Calls, lead actress Carol Kane.
No fucking way. I've only saw like the 2000s remake. That was what?
Yeah.
What?
The 1979 one, Carol Kane was the lead actress.
Oh my god, we've got to watch that. We've got to watch that.
So
Carol Kane in a non-comedic role.
Yeah,
or maybe it's like this where it's a dark comedy.
Yeah, there were so many fun
was
comedic beats in this
hilarious.
movie. It had some really good laugh
See
out
why
loud
Steve
moments.
Martin loved this movie, man.
But yeah, to tie it back into Scrooge, that's why I said, wait, Scrooge, Carol Kane? You're like,
Yeah,
and that's
Carol
why
Kane.
I wrote it down.
Oh fuck, dude, that's fucking dope, man.
So we got it. We came full circle.
Hell yes.
And that was accidental. I didn't even know that we had that connection
God,
with these
dude.
movies.
Yeah, no, like, well, also, like, had the early connection with, like, the Elvis Presley thing that I said earlier. Like, oh, my God, dude. Also, Steve Martin's favorite movie. Steve Martin was in Little Shop of Horrors, which had Bill Murray, and that's why Bill Murray, at the end, was trying to get everybody involved, says, feed me, because he had a small part in the Little Shop of Horrors musical back about 2 years before that happened.
It's all connected.
It's all connected, man. It's all connected. Life is a simulation.
What else do we have for this?
I'm honestly, dude, I'm just fucking jazzed about this movie. I mean, okay, the ending did leave me like just I kind of wanted more, but I'm also kind of, now that I've had a minute to settle and talk about it, I kind of wanted more. That's an awesome way to fucking end it because like the phone's ringing. The cop does nothing who's outside the house,
he didn't
which
give
they
a
haven't
fuck.
doing anything the entire fucking time.
No, none of them give a fuck except for John Saxton. And he's off going to the corner and everything.
Yeah, going to the corner and all that. Man, no. Also, I like how they show, I like how they switch to the POV of the killer and, like, him climbing up the fucking terrace and then, like, when he freaks out after placing a call. But I mostly just want to, because he's screaming during parts of it. How does nobody hear that in the house?
It's a good question.
But also, I mean, I guess you have to.
Also, the POV thing, they did that. Halloween took that too.
Yeah, it's just so much fun though. Because you could tell this is like when they first start doing shit. I could see why this is like the template for slashers, even though this really is not a slasher at all. Like
No,
I agree with the director. This is more of a psychological.
A lot of
horror.
the psychological beats hit hard. Like a lot of the phone call stuff, I was just sitting there with my mouth open, like, God damn.
Oh yeah, and when he starts making pig noises, and one of the first fucking call, he calls him a cunt, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!"
Like we're going hard.
Oh, geez.
Right from the beginning. Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude, that was. But also, why answer the phone when you know that fucking happens after a while? Like as soon as you hear that, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, it's this guy. Hang up.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have the trace going and everything.
Exactly.
You
Like,
can just hang up the phone.
but also, I feel like they should have made like a phone call to the police beforehand because it's been happening. Because they just know it's like,
why
oh, it's
would
the,
you though?
It's the
'Cause
creepy
police
moaner.
don't give a fuck. They didn't even give a shit about the missing girl until like 3 people came in to the police office to say, "Hey, you need to be looking for this girl." And even then, he was like, "Oh God,
I guess we fucking can.
I guess we have to."
Oh my god, she's dead in the park.
And she's still missing in the end. She's still in the fucking attic. They never
They
never go into the
checked
fucking attic.
attic, man. Which is. But okay, also that has to be like a slasher horror movie trope, right? You have to like have incompetent police.
Yeah.
Because if they actually could do their job properly, they would have caught the guy and like they would have searched the whole fucking house. Like especially if once they know the call's coming from inside the house, like send a do they have SWAT teams back in the 60s? Is that a thing, or is that like a 80s 90s time where they start heavily arming the police?
I honestly don't know.
Me neither, and I'm kind of glad I don't know because it's a scary thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they should have gone up like every place in the house, even if it seemed like
Yeah,
tedious. Just do it.
every hen house, outhouse,
Doghouse.
doghouse, all of them. Check every fucking nook and cranny, man.
They only checked the spots where they knew where there were phones, and if there was one in the attic, I doubt the girls knew there was
Well,
one.
that's
in
also
the attic
another. That's
either.
also another thing. Is like where was this motherfucker making fucking phone calls?
Yeah, I think it was because he's in the rocking chair in the attic. But I doubt any of them knew there was a phone in the attic.
Also, why is there a phone in the attic?
So the killer can make calls from it.
I mean, okay, but also like, why is there a phone in this attic that has not been visited in so goddamn long? There's little like spider webs on like rocking horses and shit.
Because the killer needed to make calls from the attic.
And because the house mother is a drunk.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like, why not hide booze in the fucking attic? You know it's there. Clearly, these fucking girls don't.
It's fair.
Just get drunk in the attic.
Yeah, it's also cold. There's no, like, hardly... They have a dead body up there, and none of them start smelling it, so it's obviously cold up there.
I mean, incredibly cold, apparently, which, I mean, by that point, like, get somebody involved. Like, a college... It's not a dorm. It's a college house.
Landlord.
Yeah, get somebody involved to turn the fucking heat up. So, actually, honestly, this kind of changed my mind on how I keep my
Why
room
would
cold.
you heat the attic if nobody goes up there?
Hot air rises.
That did not answer my question at all.
You're not heating the attic. You're heating that downstairs because apparently it's so cold, like upstairs, and hot air rises. It's so cold upstairs that you can't smell like a week-old body, which has like not composed at all, which means you just got to wrap things like just plastic bag around the fucking head and the body won't fucking rot. But oh my God, though, dude, that was so fucking cool, though.
Yeah, highly recommend. If you're into the horrors and slashers and just old movies, like, check it out. It's very, very, very.
I don't
worth
think you even
watching.
have to necessarily be into like horrors or slashers, like, because I'm not, and this was still mostly just because of the thrilling aspect behind it and the build up and just the amount of hate you can have for Peter being such a fucking tool.
Yeah.
The entire fucking.
Oh, also, I would like to put this point. This is going to be a bitch to edit, but okay, his whole. I don't know what it was, a dissertation, his audition, whatever you call it, because he's trying to be a concert pianist and everything. Him performing for the judges and everything, and obviously they didn't accept him, so he destroys the piano. I'll leave you with this. When I ask you, oh, hey, think of a nice piano piece that you would play for judges to try and be a performing artist, would you think of this? No. It sounds like he sounds like a fucking toddler just smashing keys on a fucking piano, being like, "Look, I." And I get it if you're super into piano, like, oh, he's playing Suck Dick Leo's "Go Fuck Yourself" number 5. No, whatever. I don't care. To me, it sounds like
he's playing Fellacio's concerto.
That's it. It sounds like fucking trash.
Also, speaking of Fellatio, I like the fact that she gives out her last name as Fellatio, and the fucking guy, the sergeant, because he identifies as a sergeant, so goddamn oblivious to what fucking Fellatio is.
Yeah,
it's like, how the fuck did you pass the academy?
And all the other cops laugh at him.
Oh, and I like that he's credited as laughing cop.
Yeah,
because all he does is just laugh at everything. Like, this situation is ridiculous.
And I also feel like the comedic beats in this movie were very well timed to break up the pacing to where it's not just doom and gloom the entire time.
Well, also I feel like the reason why the comedic pacings work is because it feels like genuine. Like there would be like actual things people would say and do.
Yeah.
Like obviously the house mother's gonna be fucking upset with this shit and be like, I'm not gonna wear this stupid ugly ass dress.
Yeah.
My God, where's my booze? Oh yeah, that's right, in the fucking toilet bowl, like top of the toilet bowl. Jesus. But yeah, I think that's why the comedic beats works, because it's like, yeah, no, that's what people would say or do. But it's like, it's not like over the top, slapsticky, like in your face, like laugh.
Yeah,
everything's not too scary. It's more just like, man, just basic frustrations with people, which is just so fun and so cool and so natural. The whole thing feels incredibly natural and fun.
Yes. So check out Black Christmas.
I mean, I guess. I don't think... fine, I guess. Check it out.
No, it was a great movie. Check it out. I think that's going to do it for us today.
Yeah, guys, it's been a long-ass fucking day.
We're not even done.
I know. Don't remind me. Oh, my God. 2 movies. Oh. It's exhausting. At least his spaghetti was good.